Hi there, I'm Nancy Nash with Starfish Strength, and today I want to give you a great workout you can do with just a stability ball and a dumbbell. We're going to go through 3 great exercises for building core and leg strength, and we'll go through all of them twice so you really get a chance to practice them and feel confident adding them to your exercise program. In addition to a stability ball, you'll want a dumbbell, a can, or a heavy household item, an exercise mat, a towel if your knees are a little sensitive, and then about enough space to make a snow angel. And then don't forget to have some water handy too. So I'm going to demonstrate today using a 45 centimeter ball and a 65 centimeter ball. So I recommend using whatever you have on hand. And if you do have a couple different size options, you can use what works best for you. So we're going to start out with a stability ball hand to foot pass. So I'm going to start with the stability ball between both of my hands and lay all the way down onto my back. I'm going to raise both legs and squeeze the stability ball between my feet as I pass and draw the belly button in, so I'm keeping my back flat as I lower the legs. I want to repeat this by lifting the legs and passing back to the hands and crunching up with the upper body to take it, as long as that feels okay in the neck and shoulders. So the most important thing here really is that I should have a pretty flat back. So I want to make sure that as I pass back and forth, I'm not compromising that. So every time I bring the hands towards my feet, I want to make sure I really draw that belly button in. And if you can, try to keep the arms and legs straight as possible. The other thing is you don't have to do that crunch up. It does give you an additional amount of work in the upper abs. That's great. But if you start feeling unkindness in your neck or in your shoulders, like you're scrunching a bit, make sure that you just keep that back flat on the ground and let yourself bend the knees as you pass back and forth. Awesome work. Next, we're going to go into a stability ball bridge with a dumbbell pullover. So I want to grab my dumbbell and I want to start myself at one end of the mat, sit down on the ball and walk forward so that the feet are about hip width apart. The ankles are right underneath the knees. Feet are nice and straight. I'm going to draw the belly button in, squeeze the glutes, and lift the hips. So I should feel like the whole lower body is activated as I lower the dumbbell overhead and then drive it down towards my belly button. So holding in this bridge position, this is really a whole body exercise. I want to make sure that my elbows are staying a little narrower than my shoulders, and I should really feel this in the triceps. I should feel it in the middle of my back, all throughout the abdominal wall. You can kind of feel that pull left to right. I personally find this a little bit easier on a larger stability ball, but again, that's going to depend on your body. So if you do have a couple different size balls, figure out what works best for you so that you're not feeling anything unkind in the lower back, but you really feel that burn all throughout the legs and the core as you're doing this arm exercise. So keep drawing the belly button in, keep squeezing the glutes all throughout, and see how many functional reps you can get in. I'd recommend starting with a weight that you can do 8 to 12 reps, where the last 2 feel a little hard to complete, but you could probably still do 1 more. That's a great starting place. And if you want more recommendations on how to progress your strength, definitely check out one of my videos linked at the end or contact me through the link in the description. So keep it going for a couple more if you've got it in you. So either walk yourself back slowly, keeping the dumbbell at your chest, or you could just completely drop the hips down and safely drop the dumbbell to the side. So our last exercise today is a stability ball plank. So I'm going to start out on my knees. And if you did my other stability ball workout, my recommendation for getting into this position is similar to the ab rollout. So I'm really going to think about inchworming the core. I'm going to pull the shoulders down, pull the elbows towards my hips, really draw the belly button in, and then I'm going to push to the toes and the forearms. And when I say the toes, I really mean the balls of the feet. Don't stress your toes out doing this, but do make sure you keep pushing through your forearms powerfully, like you're pushing the floor away. I also need to make sure that I'm pulling my elbows towards my hips and my hips towards my elbows. If you can see my body shaking, that is real. You decide how hard plank exercises are. You could just kind of be hanging out and let your back fall and compromise your form, or you could really be maximizing this minute, making sure that every second of it, you can feel this in your back, in your abs, in your shoulders, in your legs. My glutes should be on fire in this. So if you're not feeling it everywhere, make sure you let yourself come back down to the knees and just practice it on the knees for a moment. Pull the shoulders down, pull the abs in, and really think about contracting all those muscles together before you let yourself push back up. We've only got a couple seconds left. If you've got it in you, keep pushing through. Almost there. Nice job. Feel free to grab some water if you need some, and we're going to go through all 3 of those exercises one more time. So we're going to go back to that stability ball pass. So go ahead and bring a stability ball between your hands, come all the way down onto your back, and then bring your feet up, squeeze the ball between your feet, but really think about using the hip muscles as you're passing back and forth. Think about using the shoulder muscles. So I am squeezing with my hands and my feet, but this is really also a whole body exercise. And then remember, most importantly, I really should be drawing my belly button in when the hands meet the feet, so that as I'm lowering the legs, as I'm reaching back with the arms, I'm not lifting my back off the floor. And as your abs and back get stronger, this will become easier. But in the beginning, it's going to feel pretty challenging. So if that means that you can't lower the legs quite as far, or you can't do that crunch up to pass from your hands to your feet, that is a-okay. Meet your body where you're at today. But if you are diligent with this, I promise that this is going to get easier pretty soon. All right, let's try one more pass back and forth, really focusing on that form. You're awesome. All right, so going back to that dumbbell pullover, if you have a couple different weight options and it felt easy the first time, you could pick up a little more weight this time. I'm going to make sure that my bridge is in order first. So as I walk out, I'm going to draw the belly button in, squeeze the glutes, and make sure the feet are nice and straight. Bring the elbows close together, and then use the arms together as a lever to pull all the way down to the belly button. And as this gets heavier, you're really going to notice that you start to pull side to side. So this is an anti-rotation exercise, kind of like the pull-off press if you've watched my other videos. So you should really feel this in the obliques. You should feel this deep in the abdominal wall. And you should also feel this in your legs, fighting for stability. Kind of like you've got a wave coming at you, but you're holding your ground. You're using your legs and your core muscles and your arms together as a unit to really throw this weight back and forth. Keep it going, thinking about all the muscles that we're using. I should feel this mightily in the triceps. If not today, then probably tomorrow. Sometimes I feel my triceps second day. I should also feel this between my shoulder blades, underneath my shoulder blades, in the middle of my back. All of those areas are getting work right now. Keep drawing that belly button in. Keep squeezing the glutes. If you feel anything unkind in the lower back, let yourself drop the hips an inch or two. There's no shame in that. You will eventually get this mobility, that strength and flexibility together. All right, let's try one more. Make this the best one. Nice job. Last, we're going to go back into our stability ball plank. And this is a tough exercise. So if you need to break this down in 10-second increments, that's a great place to start. If you want to try some traditional planks and then come into this, that is a-okay too. So I'm going to start out on my knees. I'm going to put my forearms on the ball. I'm going to pull my shoulders down, pull my belly in, squeeze the glutes, and then push up to the balls of the feet. I'm going to try to keep the hips no higher than my shoulders, but if I need to raise the hips to make sure that my core is working hard and I don't feel any unkind pinches in the lower back, then please do that. That is so much better to make that core stronger and not be doing your body a disservice. You don't want to see dips in your lower back because that really is going to put too much pressure on the spine, and we're trying to train the muscles around the spine to support it well. So if you can continue to push through the forearms like you're pushing the floor away, pull the shoulders down, think about pulling the elbows towards the hips towards the elbows, you're really going to maximize the impact of this. And then don't forget the legs are working hard too. So I should feel a little squeeze in the glutes. I should feel this in the front of the thighs. I should feel that stretch in hamstrings. My calves are working. Everything is dialed in. You got this. Keep it going for just a couple more seconds if you can, and then slowly let yourself bring the knees back down. Nice job. Great work making time for exercise today. I'm so glad that you joined me, and I hope that you feel better set up going into your next workout and into all of the other movement that you're doing in your life. If you do want more assistance putting together an exercise and nutrition program to work towards your goals, feel free to reach out to me in the link in the description. And in the meantime, I look forward to continuing this journey with you, and I'll see you in the next video.
You want to say hi? Okay. It's okay. Easy. Gentle.
Thank you.